What's up, guys? Will H, and today we're taking a look at the IDsonix Magnetic Portable SSD. This is the MC20, 1 terabyte. It also comes in 512 and 2 terabyte as well. I'll drop the product purchase link if you guys want to go pick it up. Big shout out to the company IDsonix for sending this over for a review. Now, this features high-speed transmissions. You're going to get speeds up to 20 gigabytes per second. If you're with the iPhone and Mac, you get 10 gigabytes per second. If you're using USB 3.2 Gen 2, you're going to get 2,000 megabytes per second. USB 3.2 equals to 1,000 megabytes per second. It features strong magnets, so when you attach it to your phone, it's not going to fall off. You're going to be able to record 4K ProRes video on your iPhone 15 and 16. I'll demonstrate that. This is pretty much plug and play with your smartphones, laptops, iPads, Steam Decks. It's lightweight and portable. It comes with a magnetic sticker if you want to have a device that you want to put it on your case or the back of your device. It's going to come with a magnetic sticker. Now, this is going to work with your Apple, Mac OS, Android, Windows, and Linux. And like I said, I'll drop the product purchase link down below. Here's the packaging that it comes in. As you guys see, IDsonix MD20 Magnetic Portable SSD 1 terabyte. High-speed transmissions, magnetic design, compact and portable, 20 gigabytes per second. And then when we flip it over on the back side, some of the same information there that I read off. Give you the data, cable, size right there, and the dimensions of the device. So let me get my knife out. We'll get this unpackaged and take a look at it. All right, guys, so unboxing knife is out. Let's go ahead and get this plastic off, and we'll take a look at the device, and then we'll put it to use. So first time working with this company, and I'm pretty excited about using this device. Always nice to have some extra storage available. So here's the packaging. Let's go ahead and get in it, check it out. So very nice packaging. So within the packaging, here is the magnetic ring that I mentioned earlier. Now you can stick this on the back of your phone, or you can stick it on the back of your case or whatever, and that'll help this to stick to it if you don't have anything. So here's the user's manual. Give you all the information you need to know about the device. You do get a USB-C to C cable, and here it is, got a gold tip on it, very nice. Looks very nice right there, gold tip with some silver right there. High data cable right there. And then the device. Now this is made out of a ABS plastic. That's what I read, and let's get it out. Very lightweight. So here it is. Ooh, this is very nice. I don't know if there's plastic on this or it just has this glossy look. Apparently, it's just a glossy look, so it is very nice. As you guys see, it's got some branding right there. There's your USB port, USB-C port. You do have a LED indicator right there, and then here's the back with some information on the back of it there, and here's your magnetic ring right there. So, yes, sir, this is very lightweight, has a glossy look. This is everything that was in the packaging. Let me get a couple of devices and we'll try this out. Okay, guys, so I have my iPhone 15 Pro Max and my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. This is what we're going to be using to demonstrate this right now. So we're going to plug in our high-speed data cable here. We're going to go ahead and use the iPhone first. So with the iPhone, since it has MagSafe charging, magnets inside, you can snap it right on the back of your iPhone. You can also use a case as well. But it stays in place very well, as you guys see. I'm going to go ahead and plug in. Now, when you plug in, you're going to get a blue indicator light letting you know that this is ready to go. And this is what it looks like. It matches the natural titanium color iPhone very well, as you guys see right here. So let's go ahead and get into the iPhone. Let's go to Files. So in Files, you'll see that the IDsonix is there. If I click on it, it shows that it's empty. You go up here, you can add new folders, scan documents, different options there that you have. Now I want to press on this. You can rename it. You can erase it. And I want to see just how much is used out of the 1 terabyte out of the box. So you get 14.9 megabytes on the disk that's being used. So not bad out of the box. So one good thing about this, if you like to shoot 4K ProRes video on your iPhone, then you're going to have an SSD or external storage hooked up. So with this, it's very easy to do. So let's go to the camera on the iPhone. Let's go to video. Now I'm going to unplug this and show you guys what I mean. So we'll go to 4K 60. And if I try to change it over to 4K 60 ProRes HDR, this notification comes up. ProRes not supported. ProRes 4K 6 at 60 frames per second is only supported when recording to external storage devices. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this back in. I'm going to give it a few seconds here. Now if I hit the 4K, it shows that it's ready to go. I got 72 minutes that I can record, and you can see that USB-C is plugged in. So we're going to shoot about 15 seconds worth of video here of the box that this came in. And I'll let you guys see here. Now this is not only just for shooting video. You can store your photos, your documents, your music, whatever you want to store on here. You're able to store it on here. Now we're going to go ahead and stop that. Now that has been stored right to the SSD. We're going to go back to the files here, IDsonix, and here it is. Here's the video that I just shot right here. And as you guys see, this is a great way to shoot your ProRes videos and store them right here. So very nice. So if you need to use the 4K ProRes on your phone, you go into your camera, you go to formats right here. You scroll all the way down and you'll see Apple ProRes right there. You make sure that this is clicked on, just like that. Then you have the option of HDR, SDR, or log. So that is how you do that right there on the iPhone. Let's go ahead and take a look at it on the Android, my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra. Now I have to have a case on this that has a magnetic back on it because the S25 doesn't have magnets. So sticks on the case very nicely, doesn't come off. Plug in. There it is. You get that same blue light letting you know that you're powered up and ready to go. This is what it's going to look like right here. So with Android, we're going to go ahead and get into my device here. When you do your drop-down menu here, you see that USB storage has been added, and you can open it up or unmount it. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. I'm going to go in here. We're going to look and see that that same file that I recorded with the iPhone is here. You can see that it's 3.2 gigabytes in size. So what I want to do with this, I don't want to record anything. I want to transfer a video over to the SSD. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move it. And I'm going to move it to the USB storage. I'm going to move it here. See how fast that goes. So as you guys see, it's going pretty fast right there. Let's go back to the USB storage. And here's that file. What's up, guys? Will H. That's the file right there. And the size of it, that was a 2.21 gigabyte video right there that I transferred over. And like I said, you can do your photos, videos, documents, whatever you want to keep on here, music or whatever. You can use this for that. So let me go ahead and connect this to my Mac Mini, and we'll take a look at it on there next. Okay, guys, so I decided to hook it up to my Mac Mini. I have it plugged into the back of one of my Type-Cs, and we're going to take a look at it on my display next. All right, guys, so I have it plugged into my Mac Mini. Here it is on my display here. We're going to go ahead and open it up. So you guys see, here it is. So here's the file that I transferred from my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, and I can open this up and play this as well. Here's the file. So no issues there. If I have photos and stuff there, then I could play that. And here's the file I recorded with my iPhone. I can open this up and play it as well. Let's turn that volume down. So here it is. As you guys see, it is kind of the orientation is wrong on it, but it is there. Now I can take photos and videos from my Mac Mini and transfer over here as well. So I'm going to take this video here. Let's see what size is this. Get info. So this is a 4K 60 video, 1.7 gigabytes. So not a very big file, but let's go ahead and drop it in place here. And as you guys see, very fast to transfer it there. Now let's go ahead and open up the Blackmagic app here and do a speed test. So we're going to go ahead and pick the IDsonix. Let's go ahead and start the test. So the write speed, the first round we get 10.4 megabytes per second. On the read, we got 939.6 megabytes per second. So it's doing another test here. Now I'm not an expert on these type of speed tests, but you guys can see from all the numbers and stuff there, you can read that yourself and determine the speed on it. But from what I'm seeing, it looked like it's doing very well. So that is the speed test on the SSD here. So let's go ahead and finish the video. Okay, guys, so this has been my look at the IDsonix MC20 magnetic portable SSD, 1 terabyte. So this is pretty much plug and play. As you guys see, it works great. It's going to be a great way to store your photos, pictures, videos, music, whatever documents you want to put on here. Now, if you're using with a smartphone, you can very easily attach it to the back. The magnets are very good. You get your high-speed data cable. You get an extra ring if you have a device does not have a ring or you don't have a case. You're going to get your instructions manual, and it's at a great price as well. So I'll definitely leave the product purchase link down below if you guys want to pick this up. Will H, I'm out.